Despite dealing with the day-to-day challenges that Parkinson's disease can bring, the sport of boxing is giving each participant a chance to fight hard and finish strong. Although pretty new, the culinary arts program is slowly teaching kids much-needed skills in life, and each one putting their own little spin on each meal makes it all the more enjoyable. And while inmates have been getting creative in receiving drugs, she says the machine, along with previous protocols, should significantly reduce the amount of drugs that enter the jail. Division champions will be crowned at the All-American World Championships starting July 18th through 25th in Akron, Ohio. And the new season of racing will begin in August of 2021. As the saying goes, there's a first time for everything. And here in Owensboro, Kentucky Wesleyan College's brand new track held the annual GMAC Track and Field Championships, which was not only exposure for the school, but for the city as well. The plan is to honor Robbie this season and beyond. And Leach says that Robbie's cutout is placed in his favorite section in the stands, directly behind home plate. In Bowling Green, Evan Brooks, Spectrum News 1.
I understand that our future is war, and I accept all responsibility without reservation.
Command Sergeant Major Veronica Knapp made history today, becoming the first female leader of the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell. Knapp will lead more than 20,000 non-commissioned officers. Mayor General Joseph McGee appointed Knapp to the position and says she is more than qualified.
Command Sergeant Major Veronica Knapp was selected for this job because she was the most qualified and the best candidate they had. I had an opportunity to make a choice amongst a number of senior non-commissioned officers, and it was very clear to me that her unique skill set, her background, is exactly what we needed here at Fort Campbell in the 101st Airborne Division in order to be ready for what the nation's going to call upon us to do in the future.
Knapp previously served in every leadership position, from team leader all the way to brigade command sergeant major. She says she's ready for this next step.
Words can't express how honored and humbled I am to serve this elite division in our exceptional community alongside you and Kate.
Knapp says she's honored to help lead the division into the future and get to know the soldiers and the community. Knapp takes over for Command Sergeant Major Brian Barker, who says Knapp will have a chance to lead an even larger group than he did.
With the pandemic over the past year, I feel I got a little bit robbed of the experience with everything being shut down. But you know, the Sergeant Major Knapp's coming in at a great time. We got the division getting ready to close back here, have the whole division back here at Fort Campbell. And I look forward to her taking it to new heights.
It is the honor of my life to stand here today amongst some of the greatest leaders, soldiers, and civilian workforce in the Army.
In Fort Campbell, Evan Brooks, Spectrum News 1. Parkinson's disease has claimed the lives of many, including Jill Steffi's father, but the head coach at Rocksteady Boxing Gym has a plan to help people with the disease.
The boxing part, hitting stuff, concussion, is what actually puts the dopamine back in their brain, which is what you lose as you get older, and Parkinson's people lose it a little bit more. So they don't have to box really hard, and they don't have to hit really hard. As long as they're doing the concussion, it works.
There are over 14 different boxing stations and 28 total throughout the gym, focusing on improving functional skills. It serves as treatment for fighters like Cynthia White, who's battled the disease for over a decade.
I like the speed bag. It took me a while, but I finally got to where I could do a little bit of the speed bag, and I enjoy that. It's a challenge. I like to challenge myself. I find it helps overcome the disease.
According to the Parkinson's Foundation, over 10 million people worldwide are currently living with the disease. The classes also focus on issues like balance as well.
Balance is a problem, and I think we work on a lot of things that helps us hold on to and maybe even improve that.
Although the goal at hand is to improve functional movements, having fun can't be overlooked.
We literally just try and give them their lives back for a little bit and take care of what they need.
Despite dealing with the day-to-day challenges that Parkinson's disease can bring, the sport of boxing is giving each participant a chance to fight hard and finish strong. In Bowling Green, Evan Brooks, Spectrum News 1. Jahad Morris's birth certificate may say Newburgh, New York, but his heart is in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
During the times that I went to play professionally, we still kept Bowling Green as our home base.
That's where you'll find the former Hilltopper cornerback, who spends his days training athletes at Quantum Fitness.
I want them to have, just an overall understanding of what it means to work hard, but also just to understand that, you know, being, you know, knowledgeable will help the trajectory of their life and, you know, them being successful.
Morris knows what it takes to get to the next level, having played Canadian and arena football. It's somewhere Jaden Axon of Bowling Green High strives to get. Mutual friends brought them together, and the relationship has now taken off.
John's very special to me. He's my trainer. He's like a best friend. We always have a good time here. And we always get stuff done, get better each and every single day.
Morris says giving back was instilled in him at an early age by his father, and being from one of the roughest neighborhoods in New York only made that drive stronger.
We were #1 per capita in crime rate. So in leaving the field, you know, he just didn't want to worry about those children, you know. So he made it his business to volunteer his time, and that kind of stuck with me and my family. So giving back is something that I've always done.
For athletes like Axon, he's getting quality training on top of quality life lessons.
Always to work hard and just whatever goals you have in life, just go and push through them. Nothing can stop you. The sky's the limit.
It's easy to see the passion that Morris has for future generations, and having the chance to do it in a place that took a chance on him makes it all the more special. In Bowling Green, Evan Brooks, Spectrum News 1. Sports is a passion for most young men, and Robbie Stovall was no different.
He's just always enjoyed sports. He loves watching on TV. He would bring us to remote control and say ESPN.
Robbie was introduced to the Tampa Bay Rays affiliate, the Bowling Green Hot Rods, and from there, it was a partnership that nobody saw coming.
We started coming to Hot Rods games, I guess, in 2014. We came here as kind of a test. He loved it from the first time he came. We became season ticket holders after that, and it was the highlight of his summer, every summer, to come to the games.
Robbie even grew to be a fan favorite, but sadly passed away recently due to a seizure at the age of 40. And when his #1 team heard of his passing, they immediately stepped up for their #1 fan.
We were sad to hear about Robbie's passing, and obviously we went down to pay our respects to the family at the visitation. But then we asked the family, hey, would it be okay if we had a cardboard cutout of Robbie at all of our games? And even though our capacity is going back up to 100%, he's still going to be here at all the games, sitting in the front row, taking in Hot Rods action.
But the Stovall family has stayed strong during this difficult time, and Robbie's infectious personality will continue to live on.
Robbie was a happy kid, and we enjoyed seeing him happy. And one thing that was guaranteed, if you brought him to a Hot Rods game, he was happy. He was happy from the time he said, that's where we're going. So, yes, we knew it was a very important event for him to get to come to the Hot Rods games.
Permanent fixture out here at the games, and Robbie would light up whenever he saw our mascots, and he would sit in his seats and cheer when anything would go on. And it was awesome to watch. He could see Roscoe or Axel from across the ballpark, and he'd start pointing and light up.
The plan is to honor Robbie this season and beyond. And Leach says that Robbie's cutout is placed in his favorite section in the stands, directly behind home plate. In Bowling Green, Evan Brooks, Spectrum News 1.
I could make a sandwich. That was probably about it.
Useful skills such as cooking will never go to waste. And students like Layla Baker are one of the many at the Light of Chance nonprofit getting that opportunity.
I like it because it's like you can be you and like have your own taste buds, and it's like it's not only about certain people.
From learning how to cut properly to different seasonings to nutritional value, the culinary arts class provides healthy cooking lessons for students, allowing them to express themselves through the common love of food.
Having to cook together and like, okay, you do this, I'll do this, and like it's just combined perfectly.
Now occurring every Wednesday as a part of the year-round program, Culinary Arts is only 6 months old, but Executive Director of Light of Chance Eric Logan says it's an important and fun skill to have.
Culinary arts is an art just like the other parts of art, so music, the dance, those sorts of things, it's a part of it too. But also a unique thing about it is the program is that we're trying to build, breathe in general, but build skills that they can learn at an early age that are transferable, that'll last throughout the rest of their lives.
And for students like Baker, sandwiches can become a thing of the past, and creations like these can become a thing of the future.
Now I've been like more like, I think this person like that, maybe I should make it for him, and like kind of like learning, oh, you're really good at this, so kind of boosts me to like do more.
Although pretty new, the culinary arts program is slowly teaching kids much needed skills in life, and each one putting their own little spin on each meal makes it all the more enjoyable. In Madisonville, Evan Brooks, Spectrum News 1.